I'm sure everybody here loves reading quality content which keeps you hooked up rather than reading something that you might have, never even touched before, just after reading maybe one or two chapters. So therefore today we bringing you guys some of the top 10 best mangas. And of course, that keeps you hooked from the start. So yeah, let's get straight into the list. Starting off with our today's number 10 in the list. Number 10. Venom Doctor. The story revolves here around a boy who is shown to be a normal college student until he returns to his hometown to start a chicken farm, which was not going well, and then he finds a jade figurine which bestows him with martial abilities, and that lets him see inside people's bodies. With his powers, he cures people from the venom inside their bodies as well as the venom of society. Number 9. Final Boss. The main character is a legendary gamer who has maintained his number 1 position for a very long time, but it's been 7 days since he disappeared. Meanwhile, the main character was a beta tester for a new online MMO game, and he got stuck inside the game and became an artificial intelligence, so the developers tried to hide it from the public. Now the MC is stuck in the game and he is grinding his levels. This manga is good. Read it if you have already read a lot of the MMO manhwas, because it can become confusing, to be very honest, for newbies of this genre. That's kind of how it works. Like, yeah, that's just how it works. Anyway. Number 8. Global Martial Arts. Fang Ping, the protagonist of the best, or should I say the world's best martial artist, who is from a world where martial arts and, the martial artists are non-existent, and he makes up in the world with a system that uses his wealth points to refill his status points, such as vitality or, mentality, and other parts which will be unlocked corresponding to his increase in wealth points. It's a pretty good manhwa. If you like the concept of reincarnation and becoming strong for you, then this one is for you, boys and girls. Also, martial arts in this manga is very convincing. The art style is top notch, so that's another thing. Woohoo! We never saw it before, but it's quite engaging, to be honest. Number 7. Dungeons and Artifacts. All begins with a dungeon guiding gig goes sideways for explorer Stech Atelier, but when the prince that hired him betrays and tricks him to activate a fatal curse, but then instead of staying dead, Stech is resurrected by a sentient artifact that offers him a deal that may help him get his revenge, and the journey of him raiding dungeons, slaying monsters, and making new enemies and friends along the way gets off. Number 6. Player. Player is an action funny story about a high schooler who gets sucked into a manhwa and has to defeat the number 1 rank here. The story starts off slow and shows the MC's life in the real world. He later gets sucked into a manga and has to defeat the number 1 rank. He then meets the god of the manga and then gets sent into his first mission with Libor. If you like action, fantasy plus MC gets transported type story, it's for you. The MC is kinda lame at the start, but trust me, it gets so much better later on into the story. Worth the read. Number 5. Heavenly Martial God. The story here revolves around Ha Hu Yong, who was said to be one of the greatest martial artists. There was no equal to him, but still, to reach the peak of martial arts, he must become a saint, but the other saint refused his request. And after that, when he woke up, he found himself 50 or 60 years in the future and was reborn as the second lord of the Namgung family, Namgung Hyu, and found out all the energy that he accumulated was no more in him. Number 4. My daughter as the final boss. When our MC's daughter goes on destroying the world at the end of the Divergence, he too died helplessly, but when he opened his eyes again, he was shocked to find out that his 5-year-old daughter was in front of him, and he was given another chance to raise her correctly to prevent the future to repeat. Number 3. Surviving in an action manhwa. All started when, after a disagreement with the author, Lee Huru was transmigrated to the world of his favorite shonen manga, Adventure King. But after getting in the world, he found out that the character had to work hard for their survival. If you're a 2-bit villain, you get defeated by the protagonist from the get-go. If you're the strongest on the current map, you get hammered down by a newcomer to show off their strength, and also if you aren't popular with the fan base, your character just gets completely deleted. So, from right here, the battle of survival begins. Number 2. Level 1 player. All begins when in the world of Hunter, a level 1 capable of destroying Ranker summons Hyunsum. A miracle he always desired finally seems like happening, and things finally look like they were on the up. Then he soon realizes he wasn't ranking up. On top of garbage stats, I have no skills. That's when Hyunsum noticed a weird unique skill while in despair over his bad luck. It's kinda sad, but I mean you can see why it's on the number 2 of this list, because it's one of the best and one of the most entertaining and interesting ones. Number 1. The Heavenly Demon destroys the Lich King's Murim. When an unknown voice disturbed our MCs while he was levitating during his cultivation to reach the transcendent demonic state, he then fell into an unconscious overloaded state when his concentration broke down. And after that, when he woke up a month later, he found out that with the Lich King, he had already taken control of the Murim. After the battle that ended with the destruction of the Heavenly Demon sect and the cult, he awoke 140 years later in a Murim where magic and martial arts coexisted. And yeah, well, that's it for today's video. But before ending the video, if you did enjoy our video for today, make sure to drop a like button and also comment. Well, of course, you gotta do something in the comment section. They're open for any types of queries and suggestions, and subscribe us, and also get the bell icon go ringing, so y'all won't be missing out on any of the new future updates from our sides. My name is Zeerak, and I'm the voice of the voiceless. Till then, see you next time. Peace out.